Now that says, let me look at his email. I can't remember if he said week 10 or, let me look. Week 10. Okay. So here, we'll do, I don't know if I'll do all these, but I'll do some of these. There's 612. And then there was one, it says, wait a minute. Okay, the last problem. I guess that's the last problem. So what is it? EF, BC, BE, huh? Okay, there isn't a BE. Am I seeing that right? In BF. Maybe those came from a different problem. Oh, it says the same thing right here. Okay, so we'll go to the first one, and then we'll do it to the last one. Oh, wrong buttons. Okay. Here? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Well, from this picture, let's see, can I, in this picture alone, just looking at this, I would say, the first thing I would see, okay, so here's when I see this. If I'm looking at node analysis, I see there's 2 nodes. Here I see, 3 members connected to that node. 2 members connected to that one. 3 connected to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 connected to this. 4 connected here. 2 connected here. And 1 connected here. So, now on the node, if you're doing nodes, let me make sure the stream is going. If you're doing nodes, you only have 2 equations to work with. Okay, so it seems like it's going. Let me just click it and see. I have audio. Yep, got an audio. So you only have some of the forces in the X and some of the forces in the Y if you're doing the nodes. So you have only a few of them that are possible start nodes. What? Why? What is going on here? Okay. All right. Am I just in La La Land? Or did I go to a new, where did my picture go? What? Okay. This is bizarre. That looks like the new version. It looks like it just updated in midstream. Good grief. This is, okay. I don't know. Go back and do the thing again. That's why it's best to have your own technology. try this again. Okay, the risk of repeating myself, I will repeat myself. Does the Alt key still work? Yes. Okay, again, this has 2 members. This one has 3. This one has 4. 4 members connected to the node. In other words, there are 4 right there. There are 4 right here. There are 2 right here, and there's 1 right here. Since you only have some of the forces in the X and some of the forces in the Y, you can start only on nodes that have 2 or less if you're doing this in this way. So doing this as nodals. So I'm going to pick this one. If I were to pick this one, I could pick this one or this one, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. If I were going to pick these 2, I would have to find the forces that sat down there. So if I grab this one, I have 500, and I have some sort of force here. These are not to scale, and some force here. Now, if you look at this, you'll have to make an assumption, and one assumption is that this is a straight line all the way up, and the angle is associated with a triangle that is ratioed 12 to 3. 12, 3, and is that one of the...
A squared plus B squared equals C squared?
Yeah, so is that one of those? It's not one of those. 144 plus 9. Is that right? 144 plus 9. No.
Square root that.
Yeah. I don't think that ends up being one of those special numbers. So, if you have that triangle, this one would be here, I'll do it down here. 3, 12, square root of, that squares 144, then that 144, 9 was 154, right? Am I right? 153. So, that being the case, let me get rid of the extra fluff over on this. And then I can sort of sum the forces in the Y here. The Y component here, this one will be force ED. And it's equal to 0 minus 500, because that's what's being pushed down on that. Let's see. So it's being pushed downwards at 500 and being pushed upwards, FED, times the ratio of 12 over that. Now let me make sure I added that right. Yeah, 153. So that'll give you FED equaling to, I have to turn, here, I'm just going to do MATLAB. Give it a minute. Okay. So this will be 500 divided by 12 divided by the square root of 153. If I type that correctly, 515.4 might be able to. I'm not sure of this. That's DE. Was that the DE? See right there, you can check them as you go. So there's your 515. Compression, obviously, okay, so let's take a look at what the compression here indicates, how you indicate that. Okay, in his drawings, the way he did these is he had the node, and he had a particular force right here. And you have to have an equal and opposite force on the member that you took off. So this is member, looks like DE. DE. So if you look at the member itself, there's a compressive load pushing the member that direction. Likewise, this is going to be the case this way too. We'll do that one in a second. 500, 515.4. And if you took this member off, so you're dismantling the thing, and this one is, I got too much stuff up here. Okay. This one is right here. This is CD. And once you figure it out, it's going to be compressive. And it's going to be this on the pin C. So this will be pin C with 500. Then you're going to have a load coming up here. Then you're going to have a load coming up here from FCE and FBC. So once you have this member force, you can just sort of translate it to right there. So let's go ahead and finish up this one. And then we'll move on to we'll maybe do a few of them. We'll do this one, and then we'll do this one. And then, I don't know. Then we'll address what we're going to do next. And then we might not finish the rest of them. We might do that and move on to the next problem. So, find the mouse. Okay. So now I've done this one. I only have one more thing I can do. Sum of the forces X on node D. I should say this is for D, and this one's for D as well. And what I have is F, CD, and then I have minus the component going this way. Well, that component is 3 over 1 over 3 divided by 1 over square root of 153, and it is FED, which actually I can stick in there, and I can FCD would be equal to, move it to the other side, you have to remember it's equal to 0. FCD is equal to 515.4 times 3 over square root of 153. And let's see. We'll just take the answer there. Times 3 divided by the square root of 153. Did I get that? Oh, I guess I can't see it. Okay. What happened there? What did I do? Oh, I guess I hit 2. Okay, 125. That's, I don't know, I'm just having a, I still don't know what happened to the OneNote. I think it updated itself in midstream or something. I have no idea. So 125, there's your 125, and I can't highlight it because it's an image, I guess. Now I'm going to scoot over to the next node. I got two ways I can go. Okay, so at this point, and maybe this is a good idea, is I've got this one and I got that one. So now if I decide to go to this one, I got a problem because I don't know that force, I don't know that, don't know that. I only have three equations. So I can't go here yet.
I'll have two equations.
Yeah, you're right. I only have two equations. So here I don't know this one, don't know this one, so I can go here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna slide over there to this one, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Make use of the lasso tool and just move everything to the right and start in on, okay, come on. Move everything to the right. That way I can work close to the picture. Okay, so get back working at the picture. Okay, so here I'm back at the picture. Here's the C. I got 500 going down. I got something going like this. Now this angle is the same over here as here because it's still 6 or 12 down and 3 across. But it's a different number. It's CB or BC, whatever. Then I have another one, and I'm just guessing the directions. I'm not sure about these, but I do know that the other member was in compression because I got a positive here, means that I assumed it in the right direction. So it means it's a compressive load. So I flip that over onto the node that's on the other end, meaning I get 125 right there. And then I got this one. I really don't know what direction it's going to go. And actually, I need to lean it a little bit more because it leans down that way. And you know what? Since it leans down that way, we'll do this. I can actually take it, stick it right there. That's exactly where it leans. I'm going to go in that direction. However, it goes down 6 and over, not just 3, it goes over 3 and then half of that distance because this same distance is here, so it goes 4.5 and down. Oh, I meant to put arrows there, and down 6. So, tell you what I'll do. I'll do my triangles under there. Still have the same triangle here. I have a 3. I have a 12, and I have a square root of 153. That's that one. And under here, I've got a triangle that goes down. It doesn't look to scale, but it goes down 6, goes over 4.5. And this one, let's see, just, I don't know, 6 times 6 plus 4.5 times 4.5. Oh, and it's out of the view, so 56.25. A little bit of a strange angle there, but that's okay. Unfortunately, neither this force nor this one, C, E, neither one goes directly along the X or Y axis. So I've got a situation where I'm going to have two equations and two unknowns. So I'm just going to go ahead and create those. Sum of the forces in the X at node C gives me F CB. Now, I'm looking at the X, so I'm looking at the 3 over square root of 153. And it's going to the right, or positive. And you have to remember, I'm just assuming the directions. I don't know that they're that way, and as long as I'm consistent and stick with those assumptions, I should be safe. And so let's go on to the next one, F minus, because I've assumed it to go up, so that means this component goes to the left, F CE, and it'll be 4.5 ratioed over a square root of the 56.25. Weird thing, but now I would think that I would be okay, but looks like I need to get this thing out away from here even more. So I'm going to move it more out of the way. Okay, and then I got my minus 125. So I got this force, which was this component in this direction. I got this one going to the left, and it's 4 over 56, square root of 56. And then I got the 125 going to the left. So I can do this, 3 over square root of 153 FCB minus 4.5 over square root, I'm just rewriting it, equals to 125. I move that to the other side. So I got an equation here. I forgot my F. CE. I tell you what, that's annoying. Equals to 125. Okay, so there's my one equation. Now I have to sum the forces in the y. It also equals 0. I've got this one going up, so I've got 12 over square root of 153 FCB going up, positive. I should have done this. The other one going up as well, and it's 6 over the 56. 6 over the square root of 56.25 FCE. And then I got minus 500. And what I could do is, using the magic of the pen, I'll just say it equals to 500. And then I'll get rid of this. Let's see. How could I do that? I'll lasso this thing out of here. And then I'll delete it. Oh, I'm messing this thing up here. Here, I should just, let me fix it here. Okay. I'll do it this way. I'll leave it like it was, minus. Then what I'll do, lasso the thing, do a copy, and then I'll do a paste. And as long as I can keep it there. Now, I have no idea what just happened there. Because am I seeing that right? Because it... Okay, here. There we go. Let's do a copy. And I'll drop a paste right here. Now I'll lasso this stuff, delete it. I'll lasso that one, move it back where it was. And then I'll lasso this one, put it right there. And what I'll do now is I'll make it equal. And that gives me my second equation. Now when I see two equations like that, I always have to, I think in matrices, and it's probably a good idea to do that. FCB, FCE. Okay, take the component of the first equation, the green equation goes here. Whatever color, that may be pink, that may be purple, I don't really know. 3 over square root of 153 goes here, minus 4.5 over square root 56.25 goes there. 12 over square root of 153 goes here. 6 over square root of 56.25 goes there. On the right hand side, you get the 125 and you get the 500. So to me, I can drop this in MATLAB pretty quick. I wish that, let's see, can you do that? No, it doesn't do that. Okay. Wish I could make the text get a little smaller, but that's okay. So we'll start with K, make a K matrix. 3 divided by the square root of 153. Okay, and I goofed up there. Then minus 4.5 divided by the square root of 56.25. Then we go to the second row. 12 divided by the square root of 153. And then 6 divided by square root of 56.25. Close it off and I get that matrix right there. That's interesting. The interesting is the second, this one and that one. Now, I'll do the right hand side. That's easy enough. That's just 125 and 500. However, yeah, wait. Okay, hang on. Okay, now wait a minute. Inverse of K times the right hand side gave me 515. Hey, that's the same thing that was in the other one. 515.4 roughly. And the other one, the CE, is 0. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see if I can do this. 515. Okay, can I go down? It won't go down. Why won't it not go down? Oh no. Okay. So I think I got FCB equal to 515. Okay, 515.4 FCE equaling 0. Okay, FCE is right here. Was it CB? CB. So we got the same answer. Seems interesting, CE holds no load. C and E, this thing actually is a zero force member, doesn't do anything. Which actually, if you took it off, wouldn't be a good idea, because if you shifted the load just a little bit, you know, like if you leaned it over an angle, pushed it that way, you probably need that one back. If your load is always 500, that's one thing, but if wind blows or something like that, you probably need some of that. So that's kind of how you complete the problem. You just go down the thing one at a time. Now that we got this thing, okay, so go back to the picture, and what you find out is we now know, give me an eraser. We now know, let's see what we do know. We know we know this one, this one, this one, and that one. Okay, so I could go to here because the only two I don't know is this. So I can solve this one now. But I could also go here because I don't know this one, don't know that one. Oh, wait a minute. No, I need to go here first because I don't know this one or this one or this. So I can't go here. I have to go to E now. Once I go to E, solve there, I'll know that and that. Then I can go to this one and solve for that one and that one. So you have to progress through this in a systematic way. Okay, the other question, I got only 10 minutes left, was on the last problem. And I may go through these a little bit more next time, but I think what the question that came up is determine the force in members EF, BE, which there isn't a BE, BC, which there is a BC, and BF. So you know what? I think the guy mistyped. It should be CF instead of BE, should be CF. I have no idea what the dude's got here. So I think what we'll do is we'll just solve it. I might be able to do that in that amount of time, especially if it's 3 and 3, everything's 45 degrees. I might be able to do that. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Just try to go ahead, make a new page, drop it in there. And he really wants to know those. So what I'm going to do, and he has the P1, P2, and P3. What were those? 9, 12, and 6. Oops. 9, 12, and 6. And he wants to know, let's just break off, which one do we want to do? First thing we'll do is we'll sum moments by A. Sum moments by A. And using the whole structure, because what I want to try to find is what's this load right over here. And so what I have is, here, I'll sum the moments by A, this being positive. I've got a negative, 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 but I've got one positive, and that would be, how about just call it D, dy. Okay, so I have dy times 3 and 3 and 3, that's 9, minus, I have 6, taking this one, moment arm of 3, 6, moment arm of 3 here, minus 12, moment arm of 6, and then 9, moment arm of 3. So I went through this thing. I'd have 6 times 3 plus 12 times 6 plus 9 times 3, 117 divided by 9 gives me 13. Oh, okay, so this is equal to 13. Now I can slice this thing. So go back over to the picture, do my slicing here. I'll grab that, come back over, drop it, say right there. Let's see. I wonder if I can, oh, here. Move it up here. Now what I've got, wait, okay. Oh, yeah. Now what I got, it's not a touch screen. I got 13 here, and I got 12 here. Now these reconnect themselves back to right here, and that is node F. So if I sum the moments about F, I'll go ahead and make that positive again, equals 0. Okay, so what I've got, I don't know. I'm just going to assume this member has a force going that way. So this will be the FBC. So if I'm going that way, that's a positive. FBC, moment arm from here to here is 3. Then I've got this one, the P2, going the other way, minus 12 times from here. This moment arm is from this point to that point, or 3. And you got 13 going the positive way. 13, its moment arm, or distance from here to here, is 6. So this gives you FBC equaling to something, which actually it may flip the sign. Move that over, 12 times 3 minus 13 times 6 divided by 3. It looks like I'm going to flip my sign. Come on. Okay. Here, I'll do it this. 12 times 3 minus 13 times 6 minus 42 divided by 3 minus 14. Now here's what you could do. You could leave it as minus 14 and reference it to this, or you could come back immediately and oops, hit the eraser tool and say it was actually in the other direction. So it's actually 14 here. Just out of curiosity, let's see, because there was a question. Okay, so this is BC. BC, he says 13. Did I get 13 or did I get 14? I got 14. I think he's all goofed up. I think what happened with this one is that it's possible that he may have had a picture before where it went from B to E, and now he's got it going the other direction. So I think the answers are goofed up here. Yeah, that's okay. The other thing I can do, let's go, if I want to find the top member, let's just see about that. If I want to find, and there's no guarantee I did the right thing here either. So if I want to now sum moments about C, then that's equals 0. Then what I've got here is about C. The force here and down that length produce no moment, but the force here will. So I'll assume it to the right, and I'll call it FEF. Its moment arm from here to here, perpendicular distance, is 3. Then I don't have, this one doesn't produce a moment about C, and this one does. So that's interesting because it produces a moment in around this direction. So this one should have been minus, this should be plus, and it's 13 times 3 again. So FEF is equal to 13. And let's say, did he get 13 there or did he get 14? FEF. Yeah, I think the answers here are goofed up, so I wouldn't put much stock in them. 6/3. You know what? The fact that he has a P1, a P2, and a P3. P1, a P2, and a P3. 9, a 12, and a 6. it's possible that he had another problem, which he had a different P on. But that doesn't make sense because of BE, there is no connection between B and E. So I think the picture is one thing, the answers are something different. So if you get different answers here, ignore this, in other words. So it's 11:45 now, so that's what the question was. The question was, what's going on here? Because these two B and E don't connect. And then when you look at the answer, that's the first tip off. Something's terribly wrong when you ask a question that doesn't exist. And then he turns around and gives you that. He tells you there's BE. And so just work it the best you can. Ignore that. And so I'll say it's a day.